Hey there, this is Kim with Wonders I Wander, and we are in the final episode of Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I don't remember what part this is, but it's the last part, and that's the most important thing to know. So we are heading up to the observatory, which is very pretty. I don't exactly know where to go. I don't know if I go there or there. I like how they're like, go wherever you want. Just follow this light. Now, if I remember correctly, this level is different than some of the other, or not some of the other levels, because it just is. I don't really think there's a lot of conversations. And so it's us just walking around. But I could be wrong. I could say all that and then suddenly there's a conversation happening. This game likes to make me look like a fool. But I do think it's just walking. So this also means this might be the most boring level. But whatever. We're all just trying to get through this, right? Okay, so we got some science stuff that I don't know. Is there another radio thing to listen to? Yeah.
I know it didn't mean to hurt any of them. I try and explain why Lizzie tried to leave with her child and why it was wrong to stop her. I try and explain that much of what it did was wrong. It shows me Stephen and Lizzie together. And I'm happy for them. Frank walks his fields with Mary. Wendy and Edward nest together in the orchards of their love. Jeremy lies at peace with his God at last. All of them are happy because they are together. I understand it better now. It is a collector of time, of butterflies.
Okay. They're like, hey, here's the game. These are like the thumbnails I used for the game. Okay. So that was just a little story courtyard. Oh, I see. It's like a driving course, but for the orbs. Cool. You know, I kind of feel bad. Again, I think I said this last episode. I do feel like they kind of have Kate be boring. Like, her personality's a bit boring. I wish we were more... I guess I wish we got to follow her more, like her history and whatnot. I'm trying to figure out the connection of the alcohol and the tennis ball.
On the plane, Stephen leaned across me and pointed out the window. Down there, he said. That's home. But all I saw were patches of color. I don't think until this moment that I understood that one could contain the other so completely.
Anyway, back to her. Oh man, more dead birds. Everyone is in love with the dead birds. They just can't get enough of them. Even the light was like, Kate, circle these birds, but not that one. Anyway, Like, it's just easy to feel a disconnect with Kate because when we do hear her talk, she's either... I can't think of the word to use. Like... I want to think of the word before I keep walking. Like, we're just distant from her. And I feel like... So it's just harder for me to, with the distance, it's harder to feel a connection to her character. Is that making any sense?
I watched a butterfly dancing in a strip of sunlight.
Uh-huh.
All of its life contained in a single day. The blink of an eye between the ebb of the darkening tide. Lying there with the pattern curled around me, I saw the inevitability. The necessity of presence born from absence. The constant unfolding.
Like, seriously, it just makes Kate look a little like a lunatic, and I'm sure that's from, I don't know. I guess if I discovered some alien light pattern, maybe I would go a little insane too. And just the way she talks is so, everything is, I looked at the printers, and this number 8 that's randomly here. And I couldn't help but think, where are we in all of this? And it's just like, okay, can you talk a little bit more? Like, I just doubt that you're... I don't know. It sounds like someone who's in a philosophy class and you just kind of have to listen to them go on and on. I'm sorry if I'm being rude. This isn't about her. It's about just the way they wrote the character. And again, it doesn't help that this is kind of boring. Like, it's just her going on and on about the light, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going up and down these various staircases. Okay, sorry I had to stop for a second. I thought there was a tick on the dog. There might still be a tick, I don't know. Okay, we were already here. This is great. I was reading about the game the other day, and some people were claiming that maybe perhaps Kate herself was an alien, which, alright. And that partly explained her feeling on the outside of things and just needing a connection with something. But I don't know, I feel like that does a disservice to the story. I mean, I think it's okay for her to just be a regular human being feeling on the outside of things, just with her being of a different race and of being in a different country and not feeling welcome, and her and her husband being weird. I don't know. Isn't that enough? Does it have to be, oh, she's an alien too?
I watched the pattern lean in and time slow to almost nothing. I saw the flame leap from Stephen's hand and the moment hang in the air forever. I watched his face. And in the last second, I almost believe he saw me.
Oh.
He wasn't frightened or angry I remember his expression, just like I remember it from the first time, early that morning when he woke and, still half sleeping, said, "God, I love you." And I loved him as he entered the fire. And I let him go, knowing I wasn't ready to join him. We have held time to ourselves here in this place, held the light to the ground because we were afraid of the coming dark. But now we understand that to cling to the light is not living. I've spent my life watching the illumination from a million dead stars reaching for me without grasping this meaning. The light we cast transcends our death.
Okay.
The pattern made by our living creates a bridge across the dark.
All right. Oh, the singing's back. The singing lady agrees with what Kate said. I will say all of this just looks like gibberish. This doesn't say much to me. Except that Kate had a lot of time on her hands.
It reaches out from the shadow of the tower, across the observatory, over the valley, and consumes the world. Everything is light now. Everything has come to rest. The world is scored by the traces we carved into it. Our presence is everywhere, the bridge joining our stories. This world existed before we came to it, and it will continue without us. In the empty fields and houses, our traces radiate, and others will come to dance in the light we cast.
Who are the others? Because I
We
thought
can
that...
slip away gently, unafraid, knowing that everything will continue.
I guess that's just confusing because it seems like they're saying that the light is going across the whole world, and yet there's going to be others coming. Like seriously, how did she get this up there? Did the light help her? Like, I want to see the montage video of these two hanging out together. All right. But bottom line, I guess the light is supposed to be like the light that quote unquote we have left behind, or these people have left behind, is supposed to be like their essence, which that's not like a new idea, obviously. But we'll just go this way. So there's something nice about that. Oh, by the way, I also thought it was funny when she's talking about Steven, quote unquote, entering the fire. It's like he didn't enter the fire, he set himself on fire. What a weird way of romanticizing something so awful. It's like if someone died by shark, they'd be like, as he entered the shark. Hey, buddy. Come on. Oh, was I supposed to
The
play
end
that?
is coming now.
Okay.
I'm not afraid.
All right.
We have each other. We lived apart from them. We understand now our failure to touch, to belong.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter anymore. Everybody is gone, and we will join them. We are born apart, driftwood on the banks of an endless dark ocean, and we will be carried away by the swell soon enough. But in between, in the single day of living, that dancing in a strip of sunlight, we can find what we miss. The love that makes us whole. The imminence. Everybody found their other. This pattern is mine.
I'm sorry I bumped into the microphone. And all right, I'm gonna turn this down because I'm sure there's gonna be more singing. So let's reflect. I don't know. Honestly, I think this game is best played in one sitting, if possible, but if not that, at least like in a couple sittings. Just because it does get... I think I'll just mute it. Where's the mute button? There it is. Anyway, I think it gets a little boring after a while. Like the first few deaths that we witness are very powerful, with Father Jeremy talking to God. And then with Wendy, I thought those were the two strongest stories to follow. And after that, like, Frank was fine. Lizzie was good. I feel like Lizzie's story had the most, I don't want to say humanity, but maybe. Oh, here's a shout out to our musical performers. I feel like they're as much part of the game as some of these other characters. Anyway, including featured clarinet Nicholas Rodwell. Anyway. So the whole point of all of this, I guess, is just supposed to be about connections. And as Kate said toward the end with what the light showed her, people having their connections to each other, which almost makes it seem like a little bit like soulmates, but not quite, because you have Jeremy and God, which obviously is a connection. I guess it's interesting that, you know, in a world with alien light, we also have God. And Frank and his deceased wife, and Wendy and her deceased husband. Lizzie and Stephen, it's weird. I wish they had had Stephen be... It's hard to believe that Stephen really loved anyone, although I know you can make the argument that maybe because of the way he was raised, he couldn't really be that connected to anybody. But it's hard to think of him and Lizzie being soulmates, per se, whatever that connection was. But I don't know. I guess this game is supposed to be about, like I said, connection, I guess love. You could say that this falls under the trope of people studying science and that leading to the downfall of mankind, which is fine, I guess. But I'll have to think about this game a bit more. I enjoyed it when I played it more the first time, I think just because, again, I went through it more quickly, so I felt like the story stayed with me a bit more. This time, like I said, in another video. By the time I was getting towards the end, it's like, yeah, we get it. Here's the planes. Here's the gas. People are dead. Here's a light. People don't like Kate. No one likes Steven. Here's some more dead birds. So I don't know. But, I don't know. Should I keep talking until the credits end? I don't think I can fast forward through them. Okay, I'll keep talking. Anyway, but no, I think it's a good game. And I think there is some good story there. I just have to think about it more. Because I just think it ends on such a boring note. Where, again, I just feel like Kate just feels so separate from everybody in the game. And I'm supposed to care that she's made this connection with the light. But why not have us feel more connected to the light? Because we just see it. Again, we don't feel that connected with Kate because we don't really get to see her or hear her much, except for some minor interactions with people. And with most of the people she interacts with, it tends to be tense or hostile, except for she had a nice conversation with Frank. I'm sure she had maybe a couple more. But it's either tense human conversations or her going on and on about the light, and again having that detached, that's the word I was looking for, detached attitude and vibe about everything. So it makes me feel detached from her. So I don't really care. By the time we get to her, I'm just like, okay, I'm glad you made this new friend with the light, I guess. And even though all these people died because of it, like, I guess I'm supposed to care about your connection to the light. I don't know. It can be hard to fully just be like, oh, okay, or like, oh, wow, that's powerful. It's hard. I feel bad with the idea of making a story and you want it to end on this extra powerful note, but it just ends up fizzling. I feel like for me, it fizzled. Man, these credits are never going to stop. We're at the social media part, so I feel like that should be... We're at sales. Sales should mean the end, right? I wonder, is there like an outline for coming up with credits where you get to include everybody? Because that seems like a job in itself. Who made the credits list? Because, you know, they'll have every single person. Do they like send out a list and they're like, hey, tell me everyone who worked for you. Tell me who the European head of PR was, please. Or the events manager. I gotta know. Yeah. Man, this list keeps going. Like, we really gotta know about the... What's a funny one? Okay, we're at the special things. Special things means we're at the end. Nope, now we're at the Global First Party Quality Assurance Europe. Yep. You gotta have that. It's hard when you have the games that are made in, like, multiple countries. And so you gotta thank everybody who's a part of that. I wonder how long the credits are for, like, indie games. If it's just like, I want to thank Dave and my mom and my buddy Carl, who let me use his garage, and my dog. Man, Japan was in on this too? Okay. Didn't know. Oh, yeah, we gotta get the Japanese voice cast. See, it'd be cool if there was like a Japanese version of this game, meaning like it was set in a village in Japan. I'd play that. Even if it was the exact same story, I'd play it. It'd be worth it for the graphics. Okay. We should be towards the end. Oh, we got some numbers. I'm sure that means something, but I don't care. All right. Anyway, thank you so much if you chose to watch this series of videos. I'm going to be trying to do a game on Steam, so I got to figure out how to hook that up. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.